You were with us at 4 o'clock. You saw the beginning of a story, a young lady that was just 31 years old when she heard the words, "You have breast cancer." But tonight, Lucy Abrams says staying on top of her screenings saved her life.
Lindsay Buckingham has her story of survival and what every woman needs to know about early detection.
Lucy Abrams knew the odds.
So my mom had a prophylactic mastectomy when she was 40, so she didn't get cancer.
Because she carried the BRCA1 gene. At 25, Lucy found out she had it too.
So I've been getting routine screenings since then.
Then in summer of 2023 at Cleveland Clinic,
I went in for my routine screening. They felt a lump, and the ultrasound tech, who is so sweet, is like going over this spot, and like I just got this like weird feeling in my stomach because she just like kept going over it.
It was stage 2A breast cancer. Lucy was just 31 years old.
It was pretty aggressive due to the gene.
Lucy and her fiance Travis moved back to Cleveland from Columbus for treatment. 9 rounds of chemo and a double mastectomy. Through it all, her family never left her side, especially
my mom. I couldn't have done this without her.
Or without this symbol of love.
This is a blanket that was pieced together by her and her friends. I personally was very cold, so this was the blanket that I would wrap myself in when I was going through chemo.
It kept her going during her darkest days.
I remember this day so vividly. It was just like the worst day of chemo, and I just remember like seeing the light coming in, and I was like, this sucks so bad. And like, I'm so lucky that I get to see the sunrise because, you know, some people aren't that lucky.
Lucy's oncologist at Cleveland Clinic, Dr. Azka Ali, says her attitude made all the difference.
Lucy is one of the most resilient people I've met. She is so positive. She is, I've told her this many times, made of steel. And she has gone through everything with the most positive, let's get it done attitude, which I think really helps.
So does early screening for people like Lucy.
Patients with family history that's concerning, or patients that harbor a BRCA mutation in their family, those patients are at risk for early breast cancer.
Early detection is what gave Lucy her survival and, last November, the wedding of her dreams.
In Scotland, with just our immediate families and our wedding party. So it ended up being like amazing and so intimate.
Today, she's cancer-free with a message every single woman should hear.
Even if you're afraid, knowing is so much less scary than not knowing.
Well, Lucy is in remission and she's doing great, but her journey continues with ongoing treatment to keep the cancer from coming back. Her team at Cleveland Clinic wants you to know if you have a family history of breast cancer or are a carrier of the BRCA1 gene, start breast awareness and clinical exams at age 25 every 6 to 12 months. Early detection saved Lucy's life, and it could save yours too.
And like she said, it's scary, but knowing is so important because you keep obviously a much closer eye on things, and if something does develop, it's usually caught very early.
You're giving yourself a chance. She is, and you know, they talked about how strong she is. I was just listening to this amazing podcast the other day about the mind-body connection.
Yeah.
And how much our mind controls what our body does.
Yeah.
And how we're going to keep that, you know, that energy up to keep fighting.
Positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
She definitely has it, guys. She definitely has it.
Yeah, and we love to see your stories, you know.
Well, thank you. I love sharing them, and you can share your own heartstring stories with our team. Just email heartstrings@wkyc.com, and don't forget, if you'd like to see more stories like these, you can catch Heartstrings every weekday at 10 a.m. right here on our WKYC Plus app.